forward here from Miniboo. Gets himself situated on the site. Spike still needed to be brought forward. The wall holding them back for the moment. Lysor here backside dodging that concuss. Does get spotted out. Riens collects it through the smoke. Finds a kill. Smoke is dropping. Juicy able to find one. Trades it back. Seems even. Trades it up.
One enemy
also going to be getting
remaining.
involved. Final shot's going to go flying across. Two players on the side of Wolves obliterate Boo. She'll send the cage to slowly drift across over towards Art. Spring pushes forward into the smoke. Does get flushed out eventually as Riens with the spray will be able to get it to connect. But this is turned back into the site itself. While you arriving doesn't hit the shot, but now they consistently have to have heads on swivels. As Lysor on the quick peek, finished off with Juicy, gets Benji Fishy. And Wolves are about to give themselves a bonus conversion. Riens needing to pull off a miracle. 9 remaining here in the magazine. 3 swings out. It's Juicy's 3K. More kill. You'd certainly feel a bit more inclined to do so. Benji Fishy though, yeah, right through the corner. There at alley, gonna be taken down low, and okay, push coming through. That's gonna be the transfer connecting. Riens with another headshot though, now finds himself in a 1v2 situation, trying to clutch us out. Weapon recovered. The Nebula, however, dissipating, gets the spot out, finds the kill! But why are you with the headshot? Goes inside, does manage to stay safe. Miniboo now. Swaying towards upper, exits the dimensional drift. It's going to be looking for a punish. Spring on the peek out. Able to find Woot. He goes back through. While you taken down. Value to be found there from the tour de force, and Spring's flushed out. We're still.
Spike planted.
Be tough to go for this one. Really the haunt and the seas.
Last player standing.
No charges.
Now it may just be.
Quick little repivot back over to the top. Spot out, but kill cannot be found, and now you've got Boo in pole position to go ahead and give this punish. Will be able to do so. So 4 players surviving. Team Heretics that out alive as the spike does get planted. That does give a player advantage here to the side of Wolves. Full flash coming through, but Ice will just kind of push forward in front of the walls. All crumbling to pieces. Spring Fat Baby do manage to bring this into a 2v2. Hero Theft getting the reveal. Benji Fishy holding his own. Ducks back behind the enemy Cosmic Divide, using it against them.
One enemy
Pushes forward now into the 1v1, but time ticking away, dwindling down. Looking to try to close this one. Boo reading it perfectly that he's not sticking this at all. Backs away, now knows that he has to commit to it. And he will strike, takes the second tap. He gets the kill all the same. Others is here from the side of Wolves.
Yeah, I like that we're playing long here. Avoid this nightfall, beautiful.
I mean, but Benji Fishy, okay, gonna be caught off guard a little bit there, point blank. Lysor able to come away with the kill, invests the ultimate. Weapon's gonna be taken out of their hands. Rien's now dead. Woot here inside of the smoke has a shorty. This time head shells loaded up, but only gets the one pop off.
Last player
Lysor down to 55, and this retake from Wolves is looking damn clean. The re-swing out, nothing that Boo can do. Full 5 pacing with the rendezvous.
30 seconds
It's
left.
just here on the opposite side. He can hear their movements, hear their footsteps, but doesn't know when's going to be safe to try to go for the strike. Woot just get taken down there mid-air. That's why you tries to go out with the headhunter in hand, but does get taken down. 2v4 now. As Wolves try to stretch this lead a little bit further than before, though, and Miniboo already lingering within the smoke. Finds the punish, and Lysor might just have to go for the save. Looks like that is going to be the call. Or at least a quick peek over in towards Secret, but further away than he might like, given that we look to see Heretics committing onto this site. Okay, just pop Spring, though. Wow. Pre-firing, able to find Woot. Gets the elimination there. Benji Fishy similarly going to be taken down. Juicy holding back. Pillar now can make his exit. Boot does manage to find one as Spring will fall. So Fat Baby able to go ahead and tuck back in the hull.
30 seconds
self-protected. Riens and Boo now have to try to clutch this out. And there's the first step, but it's all down to Boo. Spike in hand, but position noted. Knows that he is going to be surrounded. Dodges the C's. Gets away from that, but as he pushes back forward, he will meet his demise. Wolves back at the dimensional drift is Juicy flashing himself, trying to enter in towards Art. Just stomping around, dead. The spray out from Spring finds him while you falls, but it doesn't matter. Suddenly, it's just Benji Fishy left. 5 conversions earlier on.
30 seconds left.
This is going to be a hell of one for Wolves to find to get themselves 8 and 4. at the half. Shock darts get lobbed in, and Juicy falls down to 60. Right now, a little bit contained. Minibu goes up over the top of screens, finds that kill, but Juicy trades it back. Two eliminations going to be found. Now it's just Juicy, Lysor. 130 health between the two of them. The plant now coming through. Moved down to 22.
Left.
Any damage from the Ghost basically will be able to find an elimination there, but who was going to be the first target, the first point of contact, and Juicy is able to win it out.
Player standing.
Puts himself alone. Swings, somehow catches Benji Fishy! And now it's just the Jet with no HP to speak of.
Fake teleport.
As he looks for the ace, and he will find it! Sheriff, YU potentially in a poor spot. Pressure getting ready to fly through. And yeah, you're TPing right where you were standing already. Rian's not gonna fall for that old trick. Collects the kill. Outlaw not gonna be the greatest weapon trying to get the retake going, but they're looking to overwhelm. And overwhelm they have.
Last player
As
standing.
Wu, it's back-to-back shots to the skull. Lights are down to 10. He will take it down to 2 remaining players, but Team Heretic,
I'm back.
as the clones go flying. Juicy gets his exit out of the dimensional drift. Both players now contained here into halls. Splash is going to be exchanged. Brings him behind one. Juicy looking to go ahead and get this second elimination. Sends it on the corner, and Minibu eats the whole damn thing. Coming through, Spring maybe having a pretty solid idea about where a Jet with an operator would like to go, and well, he'll find out the hard way. But he was
I think they did see him. They pinged it out.
probably not the spot that you would expect him to fall back into. Boo still does get the check. Takes a double take, but same. It's all the info here for his teammates. Trying to send the flashes, drops out of this one, but he's just trying to wide swing, and Baby says absolutely not. Doesn't give the opportunity. Woot still does manage to go ahead and swing around the pillar. Find the shot,
remaining.
Spring flushed out through the smoke. It all comes down to Lysor, who will swiftly dispatch here for Wolves.
Yeah, and they're trying to spread out a little bit. They're going to give up this space a little bit intentionally, and that's a good shot for Wu.
It is. Benji, of course, does have the shorty behind here, just ready to play off his own trip. Him going out, the rush coming through. Shabbat able to find it, but it's still going to be a good amount of damage. Delta's weapon gets recovered. Rienz gets taken down. Suddenly, sights open up. Woot's still here, though. Basically shoulder to shoulder with him. The peek on the ankle. Lysor instantaneous with a headshot. That Sheriff coming up huge. Minibu drops down, finds one, gets out.
As best as they can. And I think Benji Fishy has a decent idea there. Don't have much. They're going to get a rude awakening here in a second.
Woot on the push. Fake goes through. They'll confirm the position on the off. C's going to be going in, and Benji Fishy pushes forward, mows down 2. Neural Depth now going to get the ping reveal here. Spring is desperately trying to break through. The repeat here from Woot is able to find it. Rienz takes down Lysor, and that leaves just YU left standing now. The time is just not going to be there for him. Hold on to the operator, or try to. As he falls down to 59. The push coming through from Boo off the flank, and somehow YU does not read that at all. Juicy now exiting, sees him. He's just lingering here within the cage. Benji on the opposite side. Smoke's obfuscating all. Boot finds the off down onto one, pushing the smoke. Shorty out, Lysor dead. Pops the blade storm immediately. Tails went back up through B long. 3 peaks. Shot goes a little bit wide. Spring is able to collect one. Juicy back over at Halls.
Spike down B.
Finding the kills. It's just Mini Boo left, but Spring will deny.
Off the back of that dimensional drift for
We're off to
Juicy.
the races, it would seem. They're looking for a fight here. Over at A main. And YU comes alive and sits them down. Boo frantically backpedaling the Prowler on the chase. The spot up on the Rienz over by Art. The Thorns at stairs, they hold him back, they spray him dead through the smoke. As the spike gets planted, Wolves absolutely crank up the pace here on the round. 2v4. As the Nightfall gets the connection. Everyone from the Wolves. Disconnected into main. Their own Cosmic Divide going to be used. Wrap around coming through. Fat Baby trying to arrive over towards Art. The push out coming through. And they're both shot dead. 13-10. Wolves take the opening map in this elimination series. In towards Tree, not going to be coming through. So Spring maybe not going to be caught here in the trap, but good. Does end up hearing left. 2 players in that position. Paranoia through. YU going to be held at bay here for the moment as paint shells go through, and now they're once again going to have to put the crossover on towards this A side. They're vulnerable there. Bounding forward. Lysor able to find the first. Juicy gets a second. Benji, Fishy, and Rienz have been flushed out.
10 seconds left.
Get the spike in
planted.
play. 3v4 now for the retake with Mini Boo. Down to 22. Back turn, and YU now striking on the flank. Spots out another one. Goes unpunished. Boo desperately trying to get himself over towards the site to spray into the smoke. Not finding much, but Boo comes away with a second kill. Right clicks here. Able to find them as Juicy gets himself a 3K, and Wolves quite low on the side of Wolves.
This Judge still in play. Right around the corner.
Smoke going to be cycled in. Spring going to be taken down. Juicy does manage to find one. Lysor gets the other player, Baby Door. Now it's just the double approach. Here through the connector. Lysor. Oh, they're just getting spammed out through the smoke. The push forward. Benji going to be good for 2 as he does find YU, but Juicy with another 3K. 2 charges. He's just going to stay tucked here at tree. Looking for the linger, looking for this backstab play. They're suspicious about it, but do they have the read? They're going to try to double clear him. They nearly line up. In the end, the trade is there, 3v3.
I'll find you.
Benji can find one. It would give him a lockdown. Hate to have to commit that here. Won't get the opportunity. Builds up the ultimate in depth. There's 2 players surviving. Wolves.
And they have not found any success on that.
Prowler going to be cleared. Up and over the top goes Juicy and Benji. Benji Fishy will be able to sit him down. Entry power taken out of their hands here. So that is the best possible start to the round here.
Towards B a bit.
Mini Boo, though, with the retuck, gets himself on the side. They're going to try to go for the 90-degree clear-outs. Can't find either of them. Mini Boo standing tall.
And they dodged the Nightfall, too. They had backed out a mound.
But now that they've dodged that, that could force the pivot from Heretics. They might take this as false information. Boo up and over the top. Spike is going to be brought over towards this side, it would seem. As it's just going to be a TP into the site to get the plant down and Spring. Looks like we'll at least take a peek.
One enemy remaining.
He will be noted and dealt with at the door. Benji Fishy has to just walk away.
They get the Season 8 out again.
Ultimately, they're going to be happy with that. Smoke about to dissipate. Boo going to try to cycle this one back through. Is Nightfall going to be committed on to B? Quick little pick out. Boo comes away with 2. Now dodges the Haunt. Smoke going to be coming through. Juicy pressured here from multiple angles now. Fights back in. Finds the first. Tries to look for a little bit more. Was trying to go for a 180 flick, but does end up getting picked. Lysor should be dead on this angle if he swings out. Shots flying his way. It's the smoke set up to push into the smoke, and Vet maybe unable to find the shots, and they know exactly where the Omen is at. Push forward, Woot winning out the fight. 3 players surviving. Heretics find their second round win.
Cover going out.
Benji's been a thorn in their side.
Creep across, Nano gonna be sent out. He's gonna be able to find Lysor at the same time. Benji Fishy.
Gotta wait out the beginning of the round a little bit. You know, I know there that maybe you think you're safe. Oh, hold the phone.
We'll be able to find a little kill here onto Woot, but nobody else really in position to try to find a punish. So they try to reposition, wants to take a more aggro position here. As it shows up now, going to be invested. Some damage going to be suffered, but Rien's still able to find one before getting taken down. Nobody detained. The Nightfall out in response. That's going to connect onto absolutely everyone here on the side of Wolves. As Mini Boo goes chasing forward, gets himself here on the site, and they don't know what's hitting him. A blink and you miss it retake.
Turret over at B. 3 players over at A, but there's a smoke there slowing them down.
Nano going to be lobbed in here as they try to go for the entry. Prowler just block out some of these bullets though. YU forced to reposition. Available for Juicy. Sends that around the bend. Mini Boo going to eat even more damage, now down to 18. The kills still not yet being found. Lineup is there though. Juicy finding 2. Pushes forward into the smoke. Boo able to flush him out. Lysor now all alone. Gets the reload off the smoke. Gone. Tries to line it up. Finds the headshot. But needs to go for the stick here. Tries to go for the turn. Benji Fishy is going to try to just jump shot him here with a ghost. He's just able to make it happen.
Nano being set up, but right at the door is the Nano and the alarm bot here for Wolves.
So he's going to be avoided as YU and Spring able to find one apiece. Solid starting trying to shut down a bonus conversion, but they're not ready for Boo to be here. Paranoia not going to connect though, and Spring will mow down the remainders. Bit chaotic here, if he's able to find it. Same Nano lineup up and over the top. Looking for the setup here as the showstopper gets pulled and Minibu's immediately dealt with. Response, however, from his big brother, still looking good. Moves forward into the smoke. Paranoia. Gonna be good for two players. Bounce around the corner. Showstopper now gonna be sent. Knows that he's gonna be close. Finds the kill. Another paint shell built up. Sent, thrown here at his feet. And Juicy absolutely demolishes. Not gonna be able to come to fruition. Taps the door. We still have Spring hovering nearby to try to watch that. Benji re-wrapping his life sword. Able to find one. Does eventually get flushed out the Vandal, finding value. Hands comes away with the kill. Minibu up and over the top of rope. Finds a kill there. Is Spike Plant going to be interrupted? And now it's on the floor. Spring going absolutely monstrous. A tap of the plant. The time. It's just not there. It's already over. YU has to do nothing else.
From Benji.
Here the Prowler. Good spam out. Reading. Not going to be able to connect. Woot desperately trying to get a breakthrough. YU at the same time has arrived. Has a lockdown, but might not want to commit it into the round quite just yet. Plant coming in, Spring trying to run this down, trying to get the interrupt, is unable to do so. Looks to try to isolate, but it's just too many targets. 4 players alive, Heretics. The approach. It's going to be a showstopper.
30 seconds left.
Sent out here from Minibu. There's answering showstopper, going to be set, but Minibu, he's ahead of the curve on this one. Juicy taken down. Lockdown's going to be exchanged here on both sides. Baby able to find one. The spray on the Odin, only going to be good for a singular kill. Woot dead, but Spring still playing forward here. Rotates around the back and catches Boo unaware.
The time.
The detain is there, but the time is certainly not. Benji Fishy just now picks it up, but the round was already done and dusted once again. For the opportunity, the chance to try to then take us to Ascent. Nanoswarm's coming through. Minibu going to be getting cooked as Yuko is able to find 2. Too Fat Baby finds Rienz. It's just Minibu and Benji Fishy.
They're not giving him the opportunity to find any freebies.
Either side with much util, but Minibu dead. Benji Fishy, 10 HP versus 3. 30 seconds. Even with a pivot onto the B side, they're going to be able to re-wrap. He's going to try to fake it out, but they have a numbers advantage. Juicy scaling forward, makes some noise. Benji Fishy hears it, and he cannot make it happen. 13-9, 2-0 fashion here in the Great White North. Wolves are the apex predator.